What's up, guys? Had some requests to upload my Mechromancer save file and kind of share that so other people can download it and play with it. So this is it. I went ahead and I go over some of the guns that I have left in the backpack in the bank for you guys. Go over the skills, kind of a couple reasons why I choose the ones I choose, and a couple reasons why I don't choose the ones that I don't pick up. So I went ahead and left some game footage as well, some kind of mobbing footage of so kind of give people an idea that don't usually watch my streams, an idea of how I play the character. So I guess let's go ahead and get into that. Okay, so let's go over some of the guns I have here. Obviously, you have the slag pimpernel. That's a really good slag weapon. Kind of use that to slag or whatever. Either that, or you can use that, or if you want, you can use the grog nozzle as well. Just make sure it has good synergy with whatever other weapon you're using, because sometimes you get drunk, it can cause the fire rate to go down a lot. I don't like using it with the fibber. It's gotten me in trouble before. But anyways, usually have a slag weapon there just in case, and obviously the twister. Twister is pretty much my favorite gun. I use this gun the majority of the time. Hail is a really good healing gun. That's kind of my moxie weapon usually. The fire hail, that's one of the main weapons in a Terramorphous fight. And we have the Varuk. Not a lot of people like this gun. I do, though. I use it for loaders and stuff. Even at low stacks, I think it works well. It hits all their crits and it will chew through them pretty fast. I don't usually use the Omen, but I went ahead and threw them in here just for the sake of including them. The interfacer, I noticed the interfacer doesn't break as much. It's because of its fixed firing pattern. With high anarchy stacks, it doesn't seem to break its spread quite as bad. So some people like to use that for Terramorphous. I prefer the conference call. And that I don't know why. For whatever reason, I just feel like I can kill him a lot faster with the conference call. So that's what I use. But I've included both of those. Obviously, the Norfleets. Conference call of every element. And the Flacker. Love the Flacker. Flacker, I use that. Usually use that in the Tiny Tina Dragon Keep DLC for the crystal skeletons and whatnot. In the Magic Slaughter, use that. Keep the bullets from reflecting. But it's a really nice gun. A lot of people again don't like that one, but it really works well if you learn how to use it. Obviously, the pimpernels of probably have every element in here, because pimpernel. We got the blockhead. Blockhead, I like that gun. That gun really works well against fleshy enemies, and its spread doesn't break. Basically, with anarchy, they just get further and further apart. The spread gets wider, but they don't break. They stay an equal distance apart. They just get wider. And obviously we have the fibbers. Anyone that knows anything hardly about Gage knows that she makes good use of the ricochet fibber. Let's see. Here we got the other elements there of the hail. And the relics, we just have the 3 Bone of the Ancients and the Sheriff's Badge if you're ever in a situation where you need to use the non-elemental fibber. Okay, class mods. I usually start with using the legendary anarchist, you know, to build the stacks because of the typecast iconoclast. And then from there, you know, I'll either use the you know, if I'm using the twister, I'll use either the catalyst or the chaotic good necromancer. The reason being is, you know, for the extra wires don't talk. That's multiplicative with anarchy, so that works really, really well. Legendary Mechromancer, I don't really use that as often anymore, but it can be useful to kind of cool Death Trap down quicker. Let's see, Prodigy. Prodigy is an awesome one as well. I use that a lot of times in against Terramorphous or Craw. I like the accuracy it gives you and the reload speed, and then the better half, you know, the bonus to that is as good as the fire rate bonus you get with the chaotic good necromancer. So if you're not using a shock weapon, you know, this is a good one to use, like with a fire, like say with a fire conference call if you're fighting Terramorphous. That'd be a really good comm to use. Grenade mods, obviously the crossfire for Terra. Chain lightning, you know, for if you ever need a health gate or whatever, but usually I will use a magic missile to slag. That's just what I always use. Shields, we have the Hide of Terramorphous, the Sham, Flame of the Firehawk. This inflammable shield is what I like to use. For Terra, you know, because it's got a really low recharge, and no matter what, pretty much every time he hits you, he's gonna health gate you. So, you know, this shield just recharges fast. Or, you know, Hide of Terror would be a good one as well. I usually use this one for Death Trap because it's, you know, he benefits from the Roid bonus, mobbing. He obviously won't use it against bosses and the like. He just does his little stare. Sham. Flame of the Firehawk works pretty well if you give it to Death Trap, you know, and, you know, like Bar Brawl or something like that, where there's a lot of close enemies near him. And then this turtle shield is pretty neat.
Numbers, mathematics.
If you wear it, it will lower your health to 5344. So it makes it pretty neat to use for, you know, it makes it really easy to health gate. I just thought it was neat, so I kept that in here. Let's see. I guess we can go over some of the skills now that I use. And Best Friends Forever, I use Close Enough, obviously, because how it works with Anarchy. Fancy Mathematics, use that. It improves the shield. Excuse me, improves the shield recharge delay and shield recharge rate based on how low your health is. Your health is usually, my health, I've noticed whenever I'm playing, because of Blood Soaked Shields, usually my health is pretty low, so that bonus is usually pretty high. But you know, you can choose that or Cooking Up Trouble, either one. I mean, it's filler to get down to 20% cooler. I think, let's see, the Better Half is a pretty good DPS boost, so I always pick that up. Upshot Robot, obviously, because Death Trap's kind of a distraction. Keep him out as long as possible. As long as you're getting kills, he will, and you know, something doesn't kill him, he will stay out for a long time. Unstoppable Force, that's what makes using a legendary Anarchist class mod so fun, because of the movement speed bonus. I use that a lot in the Hunt 3. You know, that extra speed really made farming a lot faster, some of the stuff. I never get Sterner Stuff. I mean, you know, damage reduction. I've used it before, it's okay. I truthfully don't ever notice a difference, so I just don't pick that up. Explosive Clap. I don't really like this one. I mean, it does do damage, but I don't like it. I don't like it. It just kind of, you know, when he does his clap thing, it just I don't know, when I was farming and stuff and trying to get an enemy to die in a certain spot, and he claps and throws them off. I don't know, it just gets annoying to me, and I don't think it is that great. Just not worth the point investment. Potent as a pony, increases max health, makes it harder to health gate, so I don't use it. That's it. That's the only reason why I don't use that. 20% cooler, obviously, I want that because I want my distraction out as long as possible, or as often as possible. So sharing is caring. Definitely always pick that up for his survivability and obviously his bonuses he can get from some of the shields. More pep. We know this does not work very well. I think it's multiplicative, so it doesn't really add very much elemental chance, but it's just filler to get to Wires Don't Talk. Myelin as well, just filler to get to Wires Don't Talk. Strength of 5 gorillas, I don't believe this is this really adds very much melee damage, but again, filler to get down to this skill, which is multiplicative with Anarchy, which is awesome. It is an excellent skill, especially if you're like me and you use the Twister a lot. This really is an awesome skill to pick up. Let's go over here to Order Chaos, obviously smaller, lighter, faster, and Anarchy, so we can even get started in the tree. This Robot Rampage, I think, is the if you're gonna pick up any Death Trap offensive skills, this is the one to get, because this one, even at OP8, will will destroy mobs. It's awesome. It is definitely Death Trap's best offensive skill. Pre-shrunk Cyberpunk increases your Anarchy stack cap 250 250 stacks. This is really useful to have. You can go into a raid with 400 stacks and cycle your Discord for the extra DPS boost, and this is where Gaze gets her viability in raids, I think. So definitely pick all 5 of those up. Definitely invest 5 points in Blood-Soaked Shields, because this is her survivability, because every kill restores her shields to 100%. This is an excellent skill. You also lose a little bit of your health, but as long as you got a Hail or some other Moxie weapon, it's really easy to get that back. And then obviously Discord will keep you from, a lot of people think it's what keeps you from losing your stacks if you reload, but really it's a good way to regain some health, to increase your accuracy, which is excellent, and a fire rate. I mean, it really is just a DPS boost. When you're high stacks, you cycle that and you get a nice little boost and get some healing. Typecast Iconoclast. This is what I use, obviously, with the Legendary Anarchist. It kind of helps you to get get stacks a little bit faster. Rational Anarchist, you start with 25 stacks rather than just 1 or 2. Death from Above, I don't ever get that because it is bugged. Pretty much you can be walking on an uneven surface down some stairs, and it will trigger, and it consumes Anarchy. It is bad. Just never get it. This is kind of useless to me in the way I play, so I don't ever get that either. Nth Degree is awesome. You see a lot of people say either invest 1 point or all 5 points into it. If you don't plan on using the Twister a whole lot, or you don't want to come all the way down here to Wires Don't Talk, a lot of times I'll go ahead and invest all 5 points into Nth Degree. It's an awesome skill. It's akin to Zero's Bore or Maya's Chain Reaction. It works really well on enemies, especially those with multiple hitboxes. So that would be worth checking out. And I think that about does it for the skill tree that I pretty much always use. I usually don't ever change it for any reason. It's pretty much the build that I always use. So that's about it. I guess go ahead and let's see. Actually, there are a few extra guns in the bank that I left for you. Let's see what we have in here. Okay, practicable butcher. I left that in there for people who want to use, you know, like the butcher. So I went ahead and put that in there. Herald. I don't like using this gun very much with Anarchy, but it can be useful, especially against Dukino's mom in Digistruct Peak. So, you know, it's a good one to have anyway, so I left it in there for you. Ravager. Ravager is a good shotgun. You know, the explosive rounds do work with close enough, so you know, something like that might be good to take to the you know, the Magic Slaughter. Trespasser, I don't really use that for any reason. It's just, I guess, you know, the mission reward's still in my backpack there. The kitten, I don't ever use the kitten, but I went ahead and left the kittens in here for people who like the kitten. The chopper, just for, I think it's just in my backpack. I mean, it was in my bank on my character, so I left it. Teeth Terramorphous. Hydra, that's a really fun shotgun to use. Heartbreaker. Octo. Shadow of the Seraph sometimes, if you know there's a whole bunch of enemies everywhere, you know, that require different elements, like, you know, basically would be for mobbing. You can use the Shadow of the Seraphs rather than having to equip elemental relics and switch them out all the time. Sheriff's Badge. I thought I had one of those in my backpack already, but that's basically for, you know, ever using a non-elemental pistol, like the Fibber that is non-elemental. Afterburner, I always keep one of those, never know. Legendary Robot Tier. I don't ever use this one, but it's here. Jill of all trades. I don't use this one very often either, but I left it. The Punk and the Zapper. I really don't ever use the Zapper. I think I just collected some of the class mods, just so I would have them all, in case I ever use them for anything. Quasar, good for good for Hyperius, his minions. So I left that in there for you. Antagonist, I don't really ever use this shield because a lot of times the way I play Gage, I'm up close and personal. So those slag orbs, you know, if I get attacked, those slag orbs will slag me as well. So I don't really like to use that, but some people like it, so I left it in there. The B, I don't like using this shield either. It just kind of trivializes the game a little bit for me. It feels cheap, so I don't use it, but some people like it, so I left it in here. Let's see, Black Hole, that one can be fun, so I went ahead and left that as well. You know, it could be a good death trap shield. Love Thumper, I don't use this one either very often because obviously death trap can kill me, but I left it anyways. You never know, maybe some situation might need it, so there it is. I guess now, finally, we can get on to a bit of my footage of me mobbing a couple of my favorite areas. So, hope you guys enjoy the save file. You know, download it, play around with it, and tell me what you think. If you haven't checked out my Twitch channel, I usually stream every morning.
What now?
Yeah, somebody's got to deal with all those new vaults.
Check that out as well.
You can't call dibs on hunting hundreds of vaults.
I'll leave that in the description.
What you thinking, Lou?
As well
I think before we head off to deal with those vaults, we gotta rebuild.
You know, kind of
get a new shield for
I
Sanctuary.
get my
Wipe
information,
Hyperion
kind of
off
have
the
learned
map.
about Gage.
Bury our fallen. Jack
you know,
may be
like
dead, but
Gearbox
we're not
Forum.
done fighting. Not by a long
Focus
shot.
on.
I hear you.
I really like
What you
his.
think, Bree?
Really like his content.
I already called dibs on
He
the
has a lot
vault.
of great content about Ordered Chaos and BFF Gage, and you know, a few of the guys at the Gearbox Forum they're awesome. They just have a wealth of information about this character. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy it. Play around with it. Let me know what you think, and I will see you all later.
want him bleeding and crying!
They told me to bring it on!
This is getting ridiculous! Give me more ammo! My hit-to-miss ratio is sadness! You can't stop me! Smash the system! When I hit you, it will hurt! I'm getting a god complex, and I like it! Murder time!
To my eyes when I stare at you!
God damn, I am so hardcore!
Feeling overburdened by money?
Show me some green arrows. Hit him! I think my reload button's broken.
Increasing aggression.
Shields are down!
First model disabled.
Number 5 alive!
Success.
Mechromancer angry! What'd I tell you, suckers?
Ready.